what we went over so far. We had some great content from Dr. Craig. We also had some great content from the wonderful K Love. Make sure if you can do it, send them some on the Cash App. Um, and now we're going to get into a conversation with Dominique Von Buxaplenty. Did I say that right? You hear Dominique? There you go. Hello, 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 hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Oh my goodness. You look gorgeous. It's the hat, the background, everything.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Love that. So Dominique Von Buxaplenty, quick intro to her. We actually talked to her too on the podcast. She did an episode of the Black and Spiritual AF podcast with us. Make sure you check it out. You never checked it out, Black and Spiritual AF podcast. And she's a West Coaster. So she's got that West Coast energy, West Coast magic, and she has a really interesting story. We'll let you tell them about that. But she's going to share with us also some tips and tricks on using your magic to manifest the things that you want into your life. So the stage is yours.
Okay. Hey, Sibs. I'm Dominique Von Buxaplenty, and I assist Black women and femmes in manifesting their most authentic, prosperous, and indulgent lives. I'm a hoodoo practitioner, manifestation coach, author, speaker, and a myriad of other things. I wanted to thank Love and Cool Joe for having me again on another one of their platforms. I am super appreciative. I've been manifesting and practicing manifestation and the law of attraction since 2009. I've researched and practiced manifestation writing, which is one of my most favorite ways to manifest, and what I'm going to be speaking about today. I've written 2 ebooks. I teach my clients these methods, and they've manifested thousands of dollars, new careers, book deals, front pages of magazines, and promotions, raises, moves to their own homes, the whole nine. I use these methods myself and have manifested money, getting out of public housing, getting off the county, and moving out of my hometown. I was born and raised in Gardena, California, to a single mother. If we struggled, I really didn't know. Me and my brother and my sister were rather spoiled. But eventually, in adulthood, I dealt with homelessness for several years with my twin girls. I was bouncing around between my grandmother's house, my mother's house, my great grandmother's house, and on the county, and eventually getting on public housing and getting my own place. In 2016, after losing a job through the county that I thought I was going to have forever, I got down into a deep depression and kind of gave up. I got so down on myself, and I let my life pass me by for 4 whole years, living the same day over and over again. I would take my girls to school, head over to my great grandmother's house and sit in her back patio and binge watch TV and smoke my life away for years. I'd gotten so bad that I started to call myself the troll of the backyard, because you had to pass me to get into my grandmother's house. And people even stopped coming to the front door of my great grandmother's house because they knew that I would be back there. I had an ex call me stoop kid, like the kid off of Hey Arnold that didn't leave the stoop because I was scared. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't feel like I was worthy of doing anything, if that makes sense. And then in March 2019, I had enough. Was tired of living like that, tired of living the same day over and over again and watching life pass me by. And I decided to get back into what I had been practicing, manifestation and the law of attraction. Um, One day, the turn of events, after peeling myself out of my depression bed, I was outwardly speaking to my ancestors. What do I do? I'm tired of living here. I'm crying, afraid that I was going to always be living in public housing. I was always going to be on the county, not doing anything with my life. And clear as day, I heard my uncle say, get a job. And that was a little odd because he had been dead for the past few years. So it struck me as odd, but I was like, you know what? Okay, because it wasn't odd for me to hear voices or my ancestors. So I, stepped foot into what I wanted to do and was applying for jobs everywhere, even the ones I was qualified for and unqualified for. And I was either rejected or completely ignored for every single job. It was a little weird, but I got through it. Um, I called my best friend one day to tell her, I needed something new. I needed to get a job. I didn't know what I was going to do. And she offered to, you know, let me sleep on her couch and for me to apply at her job in Las Vegas. So I decided to apply and I was hired right on the spot a week later. If I could hear the Twilight Zone music, I would have, because for years I had been writing in my manifestation journal that I wanted to move to Las Vegas. And I was so concentrated on the how that I would consistently talk myself out of it and completely miss the point altogether. But this time was different. This time I surrendered and let the universe work its magic. I took a leap of faith so big that it scared the shit out of me. You see, certain things that looked like comfort was actually hindering me in Los Angeles. Why would I leave my apartment after being homeless for so long? Why would I leave my support system? Why would I leave my children, my twin girls, for 8 months? Why would I leave my little village, that was taking care of me for so long? But I felt it was time. I was getting older, my life was passing me by, and I was literally watching it through the mesh screens of my grandmother's back patio. I was withering away, sinking deeper into a person that I said I would never be. So I decided to get unapologetic and intentional with what I wanted. Even though my family was supportive of my move or my decision to move, I got a lot of pushback. Rightly so, they were worried, but this was just the decision to move for me and my little family, me and my girls. I was always having these heated conversations with my grandmother and my great grandmother. And one of them asked me, are you trying hard enough? When I was talking about why I decided to, find a job in Las Vegas. And something told me to go into my professional email and look at all of the resumes that I had sent. And from 2016 to 2019, there were hundreds upon hundreds of resumes that I had sent out that were either subsequently rejected or ignored. And I had never paid attention, but I showed her. And after that, I really didn't get any pushback, or at least not to my face. My great grandmother was a little harder to convince. We were having another one of the heated conversations, and I had gotten to the point, to where I was very upset. And I asked her, is this what you want? Is this me constantly asking you for money and, constantly leaning on you financially? And she said, maybe that's what I'm here for. And it just blew me away because in all of my great grandmother's 92 years of life, none of it was to support me financially. I just wouldn't have it. And I was shook. I was shook. So I got silent. Um, I stopped talking about my move with my family and continued to secure, you know, babysitting for the summer and get all my ducks in order so I could move out properly. But one day, the thing that hurt me the most and what continues to propel me forward to this day is I was sitting in the den with my grandmothers, and my great grandmother just so happened to tell my grandmother, Sharon, Dominique ain't going nowhere. She's going to be right here with us. And it broke my heart because that's all they saw of me, someone who was in the back patio, someone who was always asking for money, who was constantly begging, constantly had an excuse. That's all they knew. So I decided to show them something different. And what was odd was when that conversation was going on about me not going anywhere, I was filling out the W-2s to my job in Las Vegas. I left my hometown in June of 2019 with $46 and a full tank of gas. When I say $46, people like to have all their shit together and want to have at least a few $100s to get to where they need to be. No, I was unapologetic and I said, no, I'm leaving now. I'm going now. I have a job. I have a place to lay my head, even though it's a couch. I'm gone. And I left. Even though I was scared to death, I popped some Ativan and got on the road. And ever since then, it's been up from there. Putting myself out there on social media and going viral, to attracting a brand coach, to getting an apartment within 6 months, to getting my girls back 8 months later, eventually losing my job that I came out here for, and starting my own business in 10 months. 2 years later, I've helped hundreds of women and femmes manifest the life they deserve. Um, and I've maintained my businesses and my home life with my partner without a traditional 9 to 5 within the past 2 years. I want you to hear the word months though, and keep that with you, because the methods and techniques that I'm going to teach you today will have your life change within months, not years. From the day that I left to, having my own apartment and having the things that I needed to start the businesses that I wanted, took me 6 months. And I've seen it happen less with my clients. My all-time favorite way to manifest is through writing. I've been a writer all my life, and there's nothing better than pen to paper, especially the really, really smooth pens. Those are my favorite ones. And even Erykah Badu was quoted saying, write it down on real paper with a real pencil and watch shit get real. Because something spooky happens when you get direct and real with yourself and start writing down the things that you want in your life, the experiences that you want to have, and who you want to be. The universe starts dropping hints in the guise of synchronicities, like you hear the song that puts you in a money mindset every time you get in the car. You start seeing angel numbers like 222 and 555. And this usually happens right before it's time to take that leap of faith. It's like the universe is psyching you up just to jump. You get that email you've been waiting for. You bump into the person that is supposed to help you get from point A to point B in your manifestation, or that opportunity arises. choose what's best for you, but always take a chance for yourself. Within manifestation writing, because I'm getting to it, there are 4 different techniques I like to use. I've been using these methods for years and they work for me and my clients. The first is gratitude writing. With gratitude writing, it puts you in a thankful, grateful stream of consciousness. Start with what you're grateful for in the present, even if they may not be the most ideal circumstances. Still write what you're appreciative of. That gives a signal to the universe that you're appreciative of what it's given you thus far. Even if they're not the most ideal circumstances, thank the universe for what you have now. After that, write about what you're grateful for that you're manifesting. As you're writing, you're coming from a place of happiness and thankfulness. And you always want to start with thank you, universe, for giving me or blessing me with, or I'm so happy and grateful now that, and write out what you want to have, be, or experience in this life. This method gets those thoughts out of our heads and onto some paper, which in turn helps us break it down into what we actually want, like freedom, fun, and more time with our family, friends, and partners. The second method is what I call mapping. You know how maps have those little details that help you get to your destination as quick as possible? This is where you get to the minute details of your manifestations, giving the universe a roadmap to the life you deserve. You say you were thankful in your gratitude writing per se that you're happy to make, that you're making 6 figures, or that your businesses is making 6 figures. Put a number to that, like 235,000 a year is what you're making in your business or your new career. And in the job, like say you're trying to manifest a job, what does your office building look like? What does your desk look like? What is what are your coworkers like? What is leadership like? Write down your ideal work life in detail and then start submitting your resumes, update your LinkedIn, always put actions to the words that you're writing. We cultivate the world around us by using these techniques and putting actions behind our words. Surrendering the how to the universe, because the how is not your business. Your business is to just act on the things that you want in this life. The third technique, and one of the shorter ones, is the 369 method. It's a very simple technique I use for quick financial blessings, but it could also be used for anything you want to manifest in this life. Write down a short manifestation like, thank you for blessing me with $1,500, if you need a quick financial blessing, or thank you for my apartment at, and write down the exact address of the place you're trying to manifest. And write that out for 3 days, 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night, preferably before bed. Nikola Tesla suggested that the numbers 369 hold the keys to the universe. And in using these numbers in your manifestation, unlocks the doors to infinite possibilities. The last and my most favorite way to manifest is through scripting. This is a great method, especially if you're an avid reader or excel in storytelling. Here's where you describe in detail what a day looks like for you. What does a weekend look like for you? Write a story from when you wake up in the morning until you crash at night. What did you do that day? What did you eat? Did you hang out by the pool? Did you go see some friends? Did you hang out with family? To simplify, you want to answer who, what, and where. Who is in the script with you? What are you doing? Where are you going? Write yourself into a story. Make it realistic, but make it good. This is where you are visualizing and describing exactly what you're seeing in your mind. It's like a double whammy. It's visualization and manifestation writing. I want you to script a work day, a weekend, a trip with a partner, and a trip with friends, just to practice. When you use these methods, it causes you to be in direct alignment with what you want because now you're sure about what it looks like. You've given the universe what it needs. Now give the universe what it wants by taking a chance on yourself. Start the business, quit the job, take the meeting, do what you're supposed to do when you're called to do it. It's going to work out for you. And if you've been paying attention, we're always focused on the end result. It's always written in the present tense. What does your manifestation look like to you? Realize. Leaving how it's going to happen to the universe. We're not writing how. We're not writing what we don't want. These are only things that we want to manifest in this life. It's literally tricking your brain to not even think about the how and just take a chance on yourself because you're seeing your manifestations unfold little by little right before your eyes. It's causing the universe to give you exactly what you asked for and then some because you decided to take a chance on you. Every action that you're going to take from here on out is going to be divinely guided because you surrendered, because you trusted yourself and spirit to give you the life that you deserve. But please take heed to what I'm saying because you could use all of these methods. You could write it out, light a candle, whatever. But if you don't put actions to what you're trying to manifest, it's not going to happen. The Bible says faith without works is dead, and we know that. Now, before I give the floor back, I want to stress how important your imagination is in this process. Einstein said, yet your imagination is previews to life's coming attractions. Understand that you could have, do, or be anything in this life. I've manifested modeling opportunities, collaborating with large brands, ambassadorships in a matter of months. And all of these things are things that I've written down in my manifestation journal. The fact that I'm talking to you now on this platform is one of my biggest manifestations realized. So if I can do it, somebody that was living the same day over and over again, somebody who thought that they were going to live on public housing and on the county for the rest of their lives, if I could do it, you for damn sure can do it. So out of all my wins, like I said, this is just the beginning. But what about you? What are you going to create for yourself when you get intentional, unapologetic, and silent? I want to thank Amor and Cool Joe once again. And if you want to continue to learn from me, you could grab my Manifestation Magic ebooks and my journals. Book a session with me at DominiqueVonBuxaplenty.com. Thank you again, you guys. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. That was
That was amazing.
Such great
I got
information.
chills and everything. You did.
Thank
Yes.
you.
We're gonna start doing some scripting actually next week.
Oh, I can't hear you.
I said we're gonna start doing some scripting ourselves. That sounds like
You should.
amazing
You
tech.
should. It's such a fun way to manifest. And when it comes into like real life, when you start seeing it unfold, it's almost like a deja vu kind of thing. Like I know what's about to happen. Like I did this already.
But we appreciate you
We
for
definitely appreciate you. Thank
dropping
you.
your knowledge and
And hopefully everybody took notes. That that was some, I mean, those are really good tips. And check out her website, you know,
And her book.
she got the journals with the writing prompts and everything. Also share I know you share some information, share your socials and your hashtag with people
My
too.
TikTok is Von Buxaplenty. My Instagram, Von Buxaplenty. If you want to book me, it's DominiqueVonBuxaplenty.com. That's where you can find me. I'm always available to hype up, who needs it. I'm all for it.
Ashe. Thank you again. And if you guys want to donate, send a couple bucks, $22 or something, or $2. Can you cash out 50 cents? I don't know. Cash at me 50 cents. You can hit her up at I get bucks aplenty, right? That's
yes, I get bucks aplenty.
That's what's up. It sounds like a rap song. So we're gonna get into the next session. Gonna take a couple